Okay, so there's the task. Um, and I have to make a bot. Now, the only way I can do this is by using publicly available resources and absolutely no AI. That's the goal here. Okay. Um, let's first write the code that we need. Uh, I've learned, I picked up a few. So I picked up a bit of Go in the sense that I watched one tutorial a while back, in the hopes of preparing for this. And I believe this operator is for implicitly defining type variables, in the sense that instead of having to manually define the type for it, it infers the type from whatever you're assigning it. But in that sense, you also have to, yeah, but that doesn't mean this is dynamically typed. It's still very statically typed. It's still a statically typed language, unlike Python. So launcher.new. So this would not be your typical this will not be your typical coding session because at the end of the day I do not know this language. I'm technically emulating this. I'm purely emulating this from uh, so uh, where was I? Sorry. Headless to debug. This is ideally I'll be developing in this and then immediately change this to non uh, headless version in the sense that the browser won't technically launch in the foreground. Um, so let's get to this. I don't know what this is for, so let's Google it. There's absolutely no reason I have to use any piece of code. There's no reason for me to use any amount of logic that's not necessary in this. What does this do? See, technically this is AI, but mm, it's not really. I'm not vibe coding. Okay. So I'm assuming this is for launch. Must launch. No. So I've saved that, but I can't do. Let's just. I can't run. I can't run. this code unless I. Does this not work? Okay, so it does not have a cleanup method, so I can't run that. Then let's just run browser. Because I can't, I don't think I can run this code without. Browser route.new. I don't understand how this works, so I hope that's forgiven. So okay, so that's okay. So that's not a resolution error anymore. Declared and not used. But I'm new. Is that yeah? That's a URL trace to platforms to flow motion to till time dot second dot must connect. I feel like I can understand what this is doing, but let's look for an explanation anyways. I don't understand about that. No, I don't see what trace does, but visual tracing of inputs across space, simulation of human inputs. Okay, control URL. Yeah. Well, okay, so it returns a string, but what does it take as a um? Okay, I don't really know what that takes, but that's okay. For now, okay. I don't think the other lines are necessary. Uh, browser must have them. Mm, Okay, that's what LinkedIn.com. So for my usage, that'll be uh, there's no reason it should resolve to maybe send must element. uh, must input. Okay, so it picks out an element and then inputs some string into that, right? Okay, so I believe this is going to take a lot of. Mm, okay, let's simulate how our workflow is, right? Uh, for let's say drive is it can stay there. So that's our okay. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me make a quick. I need a quick spare LinkedIn account. Okay, so our let's have a person be named John. Okay, so we have a spare account, right? Oh, it's not a sign up. I just need to sign. Okay, so now when we're logged in and we go to uh, so go to feed, right? So so ideally I have a workflow automation, right? So when I draw it with red, I'm ideally looking at situations where it's an action. So this would be an automatic reroute, but had I been logged in, right, for example, I would have gone here. Had I been logged in, I would have been slash feed. Okay, so there's that. So there it goes to feed if logged in. So it's technically it's not a red line, it's a black line because it's a conditional line. Now, instead of actually like instead of this, let's have a control structure, right? Yeah, let's have a control structure instead. Log. Mm, okay, so actually, this is unnecessary. That's where it stays, right? So Mm, we should actually make it more clear. Okay, I think there's one more thing I have to make it clear. Green is for involuntary checks. So if you go to slash, and this is for automatic readouts, right? Red is for voluntary, is for automatic. Let's make this fully green. Let's make all this green because they're all automatic readouts. When we do anything deliberate, what we want to do is we want to put a check. This is an automatic check again, so let's put it green. You know what? Let's go. Okay, so when we go directly to login, it takes you to login. So then let's try here, right? Okay, that's a good start, right? So now we can avoid using our entry point can be slash login. Now, in this way, we don't have to worry about whether it goes into feed or not. So this will state the slash login. Then let's set this up with a, this has to be red because it's going, we're going to define actions here, right? So our idea with, so red is going to be deliberate actions. Now, now this is going to go this way as well. That's going to be, this is a deliberate action, so this will be that. Okay. States, actions, question marks. Now, the thing is, right now it's pretty straightforward whether or not we go into uh, feed, right? Because if you see it right, if you see this, this is a pretty straightforward process. But I don't think it's going to be that straightforward. And okay, new file dot n and user email. Okay, 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 okay. User password. Hopefully, there's no one watching the stream right now. Um, Although I don't think the hopefully there's no one watching the stream right now. Well, no one watching. Fine. So we know now that we can have. So let's go directly here, right? Log in. Now that saves us so much effort, right? Because um, we don't have to worry about. Okay, so we have that, right? Let's write this all. Let's let's write it all in one event loop, and then we can modularize it later, right? So first, ideally, what we do is we uh, look for an ideal event loop. Okay, so uh, it's not logged in, log in, go on with whatever you're doing, right? Hopefully that's my way of thinking right now. So my ideal situation is that we're not logged in right now, right? So let's see how would we go about doing that? Um, let's go back to LinkedIn, right? Let's go back to LinkedIn. Let's sign out. Let's sign in using another account, right? How would we input this? What's the best way of identifying this particular? Okay, let's look at this page, right? There's only two input tags here, right? If I do input, not here. I do input, huh? Okay, so so um, let's look at the next one. Okay, so ID password. Okay, wait. If they have an ID already, I think that makes things much easier, right? ID username and ID and role. Okay, so I have a rough understanding of how this works. So let's go back to our code, right? That's where our page entry. So page.element. Let's say username here, username and password. Or let's do it the same way, right? Let's do it the same way. I think that was password as well. Right. Okay, so that comes out to be password as well. Now what we go about doing is that's not used. Right input in Golang. Okay, so we emulate this, right? And here we in go. Let's rip this off and get it in the main. Let's let's take this both. Let's set it in the start itself, not div URL. We need user email, user password. Yeah, user password. Trouble so hard is so hard. Okay, so that's that, right? That's it. Now we have extracted that, and now what we do is see ideally, what I'm looking for here, the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I need a kind of flow in this. So I'm doing everything separately because that allows me to obviously the code gets longer, but it also allows me to add delays at every single point. Like I can add delays at a random interval such that it is more natural in a way. So user email, user password. Okay. Now, if I run this, ideally, I don't want it to enter it. This should only not found, not found. Okay, 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 okay. See, this is an issue, right? Because it's supposed to type something in, but user email was not found. But okay, so I have to set it manually if I wanted to use it from here. I think GoGet is depreciated, but we can use this anyways. I forgot what I ran for to clear this. Yeah. Someone's at one I remember someone deprecate. Yeah, Go is okay. Okay, go get does in fact work. Um, okay, let's use it then. Okay, that as you we're supposed to use it as usual. So let's run this. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's fetched, it's fetched. Let's see what ends up happening. Hmm. Okay, and okay, that's lovely. Our goal is done, right? Let's do this. See, technically, this is AI. I don't know why I'm. This is actually not great. I believe there was a raw example here. Yeah, this. Yes. So that's the regex. Um, let's just say sign in. So what was it again? Button. Button sign in. I need its text. I just need it. Um, Okay, master sign in dot must click Okay. See, this is what I don't get because element.p.page.must element button. Okay, so we found a button. Then why is it so hard to click it? Uh, L.must like, is that not enough? Uh, oh, bro. That was very dumb of me. And okay, let's see this in action. Hell no. That's where the issue is. Okay. Technically that. I believe this is a button as well. Yeah, it is a button. Uh, uh, okay, let's check this out then. I did use must. To be fair, this is as good as AI. I don't even know what's happening here. Okay, so clearly we can find the position. Mm, I mean, I'll add my own. Okay, guys, I think it's time to sleep. I will return again tomorrow with some more content. Fine. Okay, see you guys.